leaks?
Not really. I'm just wondering why with South County Water, why we're paying more in water at Parmalee Park than a car. $36.96 for Parmalee. And Car Park is $26.99.
We'll approve it, but we need to call in on that and see what's going, whether it's a back bill or.
It should be because we paid our bills on time. It's not like a late fee or nothing.
No,
Didn't we have a problem with?
we did have that's why I'm trying to see the dates of when this was from, because we did have the new.
Problem with the new water.
And there was a leak, or the O-rings were.
Yep.
It sat in storage for 2 years.
Exactly, so they
and the
were.
rings weren't.
I would almost assume that's what the $10.
I can call them tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow and Wednesday, so.
Check on it and or what the usage time frame was, or if there's a reason, but
It's got the
It
dates
should have a
here.
usage report on there, right?
It is. This is October 16th through November 15th.
yeah, we didn't winterize them yet, so it was probably still legal.
Yeah.
Check with Pat when the shutoff was, and just if there's anything. I mean, it's not a crazy amount, but it shouldn't be higher than car because we have the rental with bathrooms.
Exactly. That should be higher than a drinking fountain. That's all it's at Parmalee.
Not if it's leaking.
Yeah,
Not if it's leaking. I had a
yeah, if it
$500
is.
bill one month when we had a leak. $500 bill.
it goes
Yeah.
quick, so just double check on it.
We'll take care of that. Yeah,
Amy Frost, 120?
Yep,
yeah, just
120 on Amy Frost? Was
one car cleaning. Yep. Otherwise,
that, and then a sewer bill for car, and then
point and pay is at our annual.
yeah, that's for right now. We just actually made $2,100 in rentals.
Perfect.
So that's all I have.
I will motion to approve the treasurer's report as is.
A consumer's bill at Parmalee. That was the other thing.
It's standard utilities and
Yeah, electric
our
bill.
revenue. Yep.
Only for $35.41.
Need a support for the report.
Support.
All in favor, Aaron?
yes.
Matthew?
Aye.
Myself, aye. Joshua?
Aye.
And Dawn.
Aye.
Treasurer's report is approved. Nobody's present for presentations. Have not received anything or updates from ComEd or the park partner, any of our park partners and leases. We will be working this winter before March and the season kicks off on getting the baseball contracts. We have not done that yet. Comments from the public, none is present. Leads us to our old new business. First line, main item is the approval of the 2026 meeting calendar. Obviously, we don't have it in front of us here, but so you guys are aware, if you bring up your calendars or just note, I kept everything for 2026 the same. It is the second and fourth Monday of every month. The only one canceled or where we wouldn't have a meeting would be May, which fell on the 25th, which is Memorial Day Monday. So we will not have a meeting that day. We'll only have the one in May on the 11th. And then it's only a 2-week gap from Memorial Day to, it would be June the 8th. So we're not like leaving a huge gap or anything. If we need to, when we get to that time point, if we need to schedule an additional meeting, if we've got a ton of projects and stuff going on.
Or a lot of bills to pay.
Yep. Otherwise, I'm leaving it blank as is. Otherwise, every month, the 2 meetings, second and fourth Mondays. I will motion to approve that calendar without any changes to set us for 2026. Unless anybody has any further changes.
The only one is Memorial Day Monday.
Oh, you've got it right here. Yep. That was the only one where it fell on a holiday or something weird. It was, Matt's got the list here for you if you want to glance at
Well,
it.
but the only, I mean, it's every
Second and fourth Monday.
Not Memorial Day.
7 p.m. here.
Easy, good.
And the only other thing too is next year's the midterm elections and the big statewide election. So
If during the year when adjustments, like
and
we
we'll
do now.
go over to Car Park.
Obviously,
then
that doesn't
for-
include potentially scheduling any committee of the whole meetings to go over budgeting.
Right.
It's just our standard commission meetings, second and fourth Mondays of the month.
Right. But if need be, then we just move over to Car
We can
Park
have as
again.
many meetings as we need. Yep.
Right. Well, like when there's an election, we can't meet here because sometimes there's laws with the election laws and everything. So then we would go to what?
We'll
Car Park
approach
or
it when we run into that.
that's fine. I'll make a motion to approve the meeting schedule for the year 2026.
That's the support. All in favor, Aaron?
Yes.
Matthew?
Aye.
Myself, aye.
Aye.
Josh, and Dawn, aye, and aye. The calendar is approved for 2026. The only other agenda item we had on there, it was my note simply as a reminder, while it's the slow season in the winter here, keep picking away and updating our CIP items on the Google Doc.
Yes.
I've got quite a few to do at mine at White Park still. I've been busy between holidays and everything, so I haven't quite completed it. But if you have any questions or anything, get a hold of me. Leads us into parks updates. Anstead, any update?
No updates.
Okay. Samaria?
Not much going on at Samaria. I figured, being that we're now getting this down slow time, And snow on the ground's gonna make it harder, but that walking trail, I sent an email out to Pat, Al, and Chase and say, hey, when can we get something done with this? Because I like to have this done before mowing season starts again in April.
Yep.
So hopefully we can get that figured out and start that going soon. I can't find a map of the trail. I even talked to the clerk's office. All they even have is just the closest thing is what's in the master plan, which just shows how they want to do trails around the park, like footpaths and that. But
I think you're just going to have to build your own trail.
Yeah, at this point with how over.
Go off of what I could see in the front and then just figure it out from there. Yeah. Other than that, it's the other thing I just remembered. Tomorrow, I am meeting with the rep from Miracle. We're gonna go to each of the 4 parks to go over the playscapes, evaluate them, see what we have left on them lifetime-wise, and what condition they're in as far as safety and everything. And Samaria is another park we're going to. The decking for the playscape, the metal deck that's supposed to be rubber coated, well, the rubber's peeling away, so now it's like exposed like rusted metal.
The same way.
Yeah, so
Get it into Pat for a replacement order. It might have been in that list of all the replacement items they just ordered.
it was all swings that they ordered.
It was a huge list of items. So
I didn't see that. All I know is the township board meeting this last week, they ordered
that was the swings and stuff, but then that's for in the spring they're going to replace all. But
Okay.
double check and get it on order.
I'll check with Raleigh, but he's meeting with us tomorrow, and then we're going to work on designing some stuff and getting everything
Okay.
figured out over the winter time hopefully before the budget meetings in January and February. So,
Alrighty. White Park, I don't have any update other than asking. I know it was supposed to go through the first, all the portos and dumpsters are moved to winter
Yes.
schedule. And then White Park 2, it was on social media. I'll note somebody asking or joking around if it's funny or if it's allowed to ride snowmobiles around. Simple reminder, township code, no motor vehicles are allowed on any park areas other than the parking lots themselves. If you're riding the perimeter, following the proper road laws, and there's enough snow on the ground to make it legal, so be it if it's outside the fence line, but no, you cannot go in the diamonds and ride snowmobiles or four-wheelers or dirt bikes or anything of that nature. No motor vehicles are allowed in the parks. I want to make that public note because people found it funny, like, oh, well, then it will catch me or that. A lot of work goes into those ball diamonds. 3B puts a lot of effort into them. I know it probably wouldn't damage anything unless you're sitting there digging ruts, but it's a risk we're not willing to take, and we're not breaking code and law when no motor vehicles are allowed in parks.
So it didn't necessarily happen, it just was.
No, yeah, it was some, yep.
Or maybe it happened.
So I'm just bringing it to attention in a meeting. Other than that, Parmalee?
The wood chips got spread, I took my wheelbarrow back. I don't know who did it, but I mean, presumably that happened, I took the wheelbarrow back.
Awesome.
The back 9 still looks okay, I don't know, doesn't get as much action in the winter, but
Nope.
no complaints of
Good.
cannabinoids or
No.
paraphernalia, right?
No
Anybody?
major dumping problems.
Oh, the dumpster's cool too, yeah.
Awesome. Car?
Just the tree is scheduled to come down in December. Not sure on the exact date of it yet, but they have a big X on that one that should be coming down. And then the pavilion bids did close today, so they will be
More
reviewing
info.
those, and we'll be at figuring out
actions point from
figure
there.
out what to do.
And obviously fencing, that's probably going to be more spring continuation of wrapping up pickleball,
Yeah.
which gives them time to get that tree out and make sure it's all cleared and ready, so that's perfect. Wheeler Preserve?
The only thing I need to follow up on is we had some small trees over the pass. So I got to follow back up with the staff to see if they can get the maintenance guy over to probably take them half an hour, chop it up, and just throw it in the field.
Okay. Pocket Parks? Any notes or anything, Aaron? Have you heard anything? Okay. Comments from the public is our next item. None are present. Commissioners' comments, we'll just go down the line. Aaron, anything to add? Matthew?
Nothing.
I don't have anything to add myself.
So yeah, White Park. So I was over there earlier today, actually before the meeting. Went over there to check the dumpster. So I had said something, hey, we need to get this dumpster switched out or do something with it. So they switched it out. But the only problem is the lock bar does not have the actual lock on it like it's supposed to have. So that's an email I'm going to be sending out and a phone call I'm making tomorrow morning. Even though I'm on vacation next day, so I can't talk to somebody in their person, up there, but I'll be making sure that gets done this week so it's not an issue, and make sure that the key for that lock is still good with all our keys.
Yeah, it's a master lock.
maintenance,
They
yeah.
probably kept it on the old one and pulled it and swapped it and didn't.
Yeah, they took the old dumpster and gave us a new one, but didn't put the lock on it, so that's, yeah.
Pretty standard.
And then, like I said, Parliament's was fixed prior, so that, as far as I know, that's good. And then we're also on the winter service schedule for porta-johns and dumpsters. So I talked to Brent, who's the supervisor for the porta-john shop, and he even is where he's on the same page as that. So we're good there with that. I'm meeting with Raleigh tomorrow from Miracle. He's coming into town. He's also got some other projects handling Yipsy, so he'll be in the area too. But we're going to be going to each of the 4 parks with large playscapes, so Parmalee, White, Carr, Samaria. We're going to go over them, see what current state the playscapes are in safety-wise and everything, evaluate, basically see how much time we have left till we actually have to absolutely replace them, because that's something the Planning Commission asked me. So I said, I'll do that. And then we're going to start designing new inclusive playgrounds and getting some prices and everything, because the Planning Commission wants some hard numbers to the CIP, and I know they start doing budget meetings in January, so we're trying to get the ball rolling here.
Yep.
And
That's
try
why
to get
same
some
thing,
bids.
upgrading or updating your CIP items for your park.
Yeah.
This guy's from Miracle Works.
Yes, this is a
He does this for free just because we kind of are.
Yeah.
Or is this
Service
charged?
to
This is
them,
not
yeah.
charged. Is he doesn't charge?
He's not charging, no, not for this, no.
They have reps that'll come out, and me and this is years ago, it was like 3 years ago, me and Chaz met with
Yeah, I
a girl
remember
at the
that. Okay.
time and got a review of replacement items and what the pricing and all that, so.
The only other thing on top of that is something else I would just remember, because we're talking about the pavilion at Carr, which hopefully it comes to our next agenda as far as like picking a bid or something. Maybe I'd like to get the ball rolling on that. But these gazebos, what are we going to do with them? Because Samaria, honestly, I know it's been recommended before by a few people, is to relocate it closer to the pavilion or behind the hall to make more parking available on the other side. I mean, I could see that. And then the other thing too, at Carr, if whatever we're doing with this pavilion, if we're going to make a bigger one or whatnot, the gazebo there at Carr is going to be kind of tricky, because there's, if you go over there, you'll see there's plaques, like stones and that, with people's names on them and everything that are like, you know, dedicated or whatnot. So that's something you have to talk to those people about. So that's something I'm going to mention to Alan Chase this week, because we need to figure out what we're doing. The money is set aside to do the gazebos, $20,000 each, and we need to figure out if we're going to do them or not, or if we want to do something different. So that's something I'd like to have brought up next agenda.
I will note it for you. Any other commissioners' comments, Josh?
Not from me.
Thank you. Dawn, wrapping it up.
Yeah, the only thing I need is, you said you had bids for $204,000 to cut the trees down at Anstead and Wheeler. If you can just pass them to me so I can
It was
work.
just Wheeler for the invasive at Wheeler only.
If you could pass them over to me.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, I
I
can
remember
actually
what
send it to
company
you.
that was.
Yeah, that was Bedford Tree
Yeah,
Service.
Bedford Tree, okay.
Mike Gray.
I thought that's who it was.
Yeah, that's why I went out there with him and some other guy were out there too.
204?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to work on it with the Nature Conservancy.
Going all the way back in, and
Nancy?
it's
Yeah, I figure it's.
Now,
a lot.
now, here's the other thing I forgot to mention. I can add to that as well, because Mike had actually reached out to me about a week or so, sometime afterwards with that, and he had the idea of where the cost could go down, because like we could theoretically like help pay for the project, because the tree of heaven wood, it's garbage, it's junk. That's just going to get mulched straight away. But the black locust is very hard to chip because it's such a hard wood. And he's thinking that maybe the township could make some money by selling off the wood from the black locust. And there's so much in there of black locust wood that we could make $20,000 to $30,000. He thinks that could help pay for the project. So it's something we could talk with Al about and figure that out with maintenance
But
and
just
everything.
give me the bids so
Yeah,
I can work
yeah.
with the Nature Conservancy.
Yeah, I can send it to
Nature
you.
Conservancy has places that help cut trees down and what kind of grants we can get. So just hand them over, and then I'll work on it as the liaison for the park and work with the TNC.
Yeah, that works.
perfect.
That's all I have.
All right.
I need our next meeting, we do have a meeting Monday, the 22nd, on the week of Christmas, same time, 7 p.m. here. We'll probably have updates on the pavilion and that stuff and so forth. But I need a motion for adjournment.
Motion adjourned.
Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yes.
We are adjourned. Have a great evening, everybody.
Great evening.